Every man wants strength. Physical strength. Financial strength. Social strength. But the most important strength, the one that decides everything else, is mental strength. The kind of strength that doesn't crack under pressure, doesn't collapse under stress, and doesn't evaporate the moment life stops being convenient. Most men never build this kind of mind. Not because they're incapable, but because they underestimate how powerful the mind truly is. They think mental toughness is something you're born with, something you get from experience, something that magically appears when life gets difficult. But the Stoics knew the truth: an unbreakable mind is built, deliberately, intentionally, repeatedly. It is not the absence of emotion. It is the mastery of it. It is not the absence of fear. It is the refusal to bow to it. It is not the absence of stress. It is the ability to stay centered while carrying it. A weak mind collapses because it was never trained. A strong mind becomes unbreakable because it was forged. Most men break mentally because they depend on external stability. They need approval, need comfort, need predictability, need validation, need things to go a certain way. The moment life deviates from their expectations, their mind shatters. But a Stoic builds a mind that does not rely on external stability at all. He becomes stable internally. He creates a mental world that does not rise and fall with circumstances. He is the same man in chaos as he is in calm. The same man under pressure as he is at peace. The same man in loss as he is in victory. That stability is what makes the mind unbreakable. To build this kind of mind, the Stoics practiced one thing above all: training the mind to separate what is controllable from what is not. A breakable mind tries to control everything: outcomes, people, opinions, timing, reactions. When the world doesn't bend, the mind snaps. An unbreakable mind focuses only on what it can command: thoughts, discipline, effort, behavior, meaning, interpretation. And the moment a man realizes he doesn't need control over external forces to stay strong internally, he becomes untouchable. Another reason men break mentally is because they let their thoughts run without supervision. They allow fear to exaggerate, doubt to multiply, insecurity to predict disaster. They believe every thought as if it were a fact. They treat their mind like a narrator instead of a tool. The Stoics did the opposite. They observed their thoughts. They questioned them. They challenged them. They refused to treat every mental impulse as truth. A man who watches his mind instead of obeying it becomes impossible to break. Because you cannot break a man who is not owned by his own thoughts. An unbreakable mind is also built through adversity. Not the dramatic kind, the consistent kind. Daily discomfort. Daily discipline. Daily resistance. Daily choices that strengthen the inner world instead of weakening it. Most men avoid discomfort. But discomfort is the gym of the mind. Every time you do something hard while your mind resists, you reinforce the idea that you are in command. Every time you stay disciplined when you don't feel like it, you add armor to your mentality. Every time you stay calm when you want to panic, you forge resilience. Strength is accumulated, not gifted. Another Stoic principle in building an unbreakable mind is emotional detachment. Not suppressing emotion, detaching from its control. A weak mind is a slave to its emotions. If something feels painful, it collapses. If something feels uncertain, it freezes. If something feels uncomfortable, it avoids. But emotional detachment trains the mind to feel an emotion. And then choose the correct action anyway. That's where true power comes from. A man who can act independently of emotion becomes invincible to manipulation, peer pressure, and psychological attacks. You can't destabilize a man who does not allow emotions to dictate his decisions. Another key to an unbreakable mind is solitude. Most men fear being alone because silence exposes their undisciplined thoughts. But a Stoic uses solitude to refine his mind. To hear himself. To reset. To strip away the noise. To strengthen inner stability. A mind that becomes strong alone is a mind that remains strong everywhere. A breakable mind constantly looks outward. What do people think? What if I fail? What if I'm judged? What if I'm not enough? Its identity depends on external mirrors. An unbreakable mind looks inward. Who am I becoming? What are my values? What do I stand for? What can I control? What does discipline require? Identity built from the inside cannot be cracked from the outside. Another Stoic truth: the mind becomes unbreakable when a man stops negotiating with himself. Weak minds negotiate. I'll do it later. I don't feel like it. I'll wait for motivation. Negotiation is the root of inconsistency, and inconsistency creates fragility. Strong minds decide. Commit. Execute. Repeat. Every time you follow through on your own word, your mind trusts you more, and a mind that trusts itself does not break. A man also becomes mentally unbreakable by mastering interpretation. Events don't break you, the meaning you give them does. Two men face the same hardship, one collapses, one grows. The hardship is identical. The interpretation is different. The Stoic mind asks, how can this strengthen me? What can this teach me? How can this sharpen my character? Meaning transforms suffering into fuel. Finally, an unbreakable mind is built on self-respect. When a man lives below his standards, his mind weakens. When he disrespects his own rules, his identity fractures. When he betrays his values, his confidence dies. But when he aligns his actions with his principles, his mind becomes fortified, unshakable, self-governed. You build a mind nobody can break by building a mind you can trust, a mind that listens to discipline more than impulse, to reason more than fear, to purpose more than emotion. A man with an unbreakable mind does not need perfect circumstances. He creates strength from within. Life doesn't get easier. He gets stronger. People don't get nicer. He becomes calmer. The world doesn't slow down. He becomes sharper. A breakable man waits for peace. An unbreakable man carries peace with him. And that is the Stoic secret: the world cannot break a mind that does not depend on the world to remain whole.